Guys, today we're going to do another holiday look, and the sun is out. Yay! First time in a while, actually. So here's what's going on. I did a video the other day, which I haven't edited yet, and it's my Best of series of 2022, and I did eyeshadows, and I thought, for this video, I shouldn't do a one and done, an easy eye. I should really, do an eye. It would be appropriate. And I wanted to use a palette that I hadn't been using very much, that I wasn't too sure that I actually liked it. And that's how I got that look. I used the Be Mine palette, which looks like this. And I sat here for a while and I thought, you know what would be pretty? This row. I was thinking I wanted to kind of go for this Ice Queen look. So a very, very light look and a little bit icy, right? It can be hard to pull off, and I wasn't sure that I would be able to, but this is the look that I got, and I really, really liked it. So I posted it on my community page, and I posted it on Instagram, and asked if you guys would like to see a tutorial, and a lot of people said, yes, yes, please. So that's what we're going to do today, and we're going to hop right into it. So first things first, one of my favorites, the Beautiful Skin Foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. I just love this. I'm going to start with 1.5 pumps, which should be fine, and going in with my 101 from BK Beauty. Foundation is done. We'll do concealer after we do the eyes. Let's get into the eyes. I'm going in with this color here, which I think is called Smooch. And when I picked this up yesterday, I wasn't really sure what I was going to get. I will say, when I did this look yesterday, I thought, oh my god, this is bad. This is bad before it gets good. And sometimes that happens with eyeshadows. This is such a pretty silvery color. I definitely want to get in the inner corner, but I put it all over the lid, which is very unusual for me. Already, it's like, oh my god, trouble! Oh, it's gonna work. See how pretty this color is? It's really, really lovely. 221 from MAC, and I'm going with this dark brown color, Romance. And I'm using a small brush because this color is so, so dark. What I wanted to do was kind of cut out for myself a little bit of a crease. And if I used a bigger brush, it just would have been darkness all over. And eyes open. Very gently placing it where I would want to crease. Now, as you can see, this is a crazy look. Now, the reason I like the idea of these three colors is I thought the pink would help to warm up the very icy color here, but I decided not to go with this shade at the bottom. So let me just show you what I was initially thinking. I mean, these would be good together, and these are what I'm going to do, but all three I decided against. So I needed to bring in some of this shade, and this shade, and this shade. Taking a Wayne Goss 18, and I'm starting with this one. And I'm going to kind of buff this out where this brown is, because it's so, so harsh, with this pink color, or pale pink color, or pale mauve color, or rosy color. And that's a little bit better, so it doesn't look like a line as much anymore. And for this, you want a brush that's a little more fluffy but you don't want a super big fluffy brush because again, I'm just buffing out something else that I don't really want all over the eye. I just want to make this softer. So 217 from MAC would work. A lot of companies have brushes that are like this one. I've wiped this off and I'm going to go in with, I think it was this one right here. And this is going to be the deepening up, the outer corner. You know what? I may have done this color. Let's try this one. Yeah, I think this is the color that I did. So I'm connecting where that first brown line is and just kind of shimming that whole thing down to about the center of the mobile lid. Is that the mobile lid? I'm going to use the same brush and go in with this lighter color just to give it a little bit of something, a little bit of dimension. And that will help blend out the first color because I have these little wrinkles here that are becoming problematic and need a lot of blending. I will say that these shadows work really nicely with hooded lids for sure. I'm taking this Hakuhodo and the numbers have come off, but just checked in my description box. I have, I think, a couple of Hakuhodos, and just look up those particular numbers because I can't remember. And now I'm going to do a blend because having all this silver up here isn't something I'm really used to. This is a fantastic overall blending brush and has a bit of that candlestick, as you can see, shape, so I can also do a little bit of detail right where that first dark line was. That was brown, but it's not looking that brown anymore. And I can do a bigger blend, especially if you take it on its side. And I'm just going to spend some time, I'm going to bring up my mirror and spend some time on that little wrinkle area that is so charming. And just kind of do a circular motion right here. And I like to pull this so the wrinkles are flattened out a little bit. So there's a nice blend all over and it's really taking some shape. When the eye is closed, you don't see, I don't think, an articulated look because the blend is so nice, but it does feel that it's not flat. Like it's a piece of organza that has a shift to it when you move it. And that's a pretty look. Now I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury concealer and clean up under the eye. But I haven't done anything here. And I want to get rid of any of that redness, and this is where I'm going to take some shape. So relax the eye. I know it seems like a lot, but I don't want my under eyes to relate at all to what's going on my lid, so I have to cancel out redness. And this is why I like to do an inverted V, for those of you who haven't seen me explain this before. Because my lid actually sinks below my lower lash line, if I do something that's straight, when I relax my eyes, it actually goes down below. So the color goes like this. So I do just a little bit of a V right here, relax the eyes, and it looks like it's just a straight line now. And now I'm going with the Beauty Blender and just smoothing everything out because I did use a lot of concealer. And that brush is great when you are using just a little, but if you're using a lot, a little more blending is in order. And then I'm just going to take my finger so I don't have a sharp, sharp line where that concealer was. And yeah. Now, I have a lot of these small little brushes. They're so handy. And this one is probably Hakuhodo as well. And I'm going to go back in with the first color, the silver color, and do a little inner corner highlight. I'm going to do this right here. And that just adds a little bit of brightness to the area in such a really, really pretty way, I think. I want to powder my face, and then we're going to do some blush. By Terry, as always. I like to do my foundation first so it has time to set up. But I want to powder the cheeks a little bit so there won't be any drag. Before I blush up, I want to do just a little bit of bronzer because I don't want to be too cold looking. So I'm going in with my very favorite, I have to say, because there's two shades. You could do this, you could do this. When you're fair, you do this. When you're darker, you can do this. You can mix them together. And I really, really enjoy this. Doesn't mean I don't enjoy other things, but I really enjoy this. I'm just doing a little bit of perimeter. I probably should have just done the cool color, the lighter color. And it's not to look tan. It's just to bring some life to the face because we're doing a lot of coolness. And if I did this with a contour, it would be too cool because contours are usually cool. Now I may play around with blush a little bit, but I did pink blush, and this is my favorite. It is unfortunately a limited edition from Dior, and it was called Rose Dentelle. Well, it still is, it's just you can't find it. And this is my Hakuhodo brush. I want to be very ginger with this. And I just wiped it off because I don't want to build my color. I just want to blend it. It's very, very subtle. And I went over it with the RMS, which has some shine to it. You could go over with this if you feel like these eyeshadow colors are a little bit deadening on you, but I'm going to do this. So I wiped off my Sept brush because I like the shape of it for what I'm going to do, and picking up some of this RMS. And just bring a little bit of lightness right underneath the eye. And then the cheekbones, since there is some sheen here, will kind of act as a little bit of a highlighter. It's very subtle, but I think the look is very subtle. Well, of the skin, anyway. Some brows. Mascara, I'm using the Ilia. I'm getting a very big lash from this. So, my neighbor's gardener is here, but we're going to forge ahead. Now, I need to tightline. I just have this, I think your eyes as you get older, they kind of turn up a little bit, so you can see that tightline, and I think it makes me look a little bit crazy, like I'm always like this, shocked. But here's a little trick if you want to keep your eyes more open. If you have smaller eyes, don't take it all the way to the end. Leave it a little bit open here. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury in the gray color. My favorite is the Hourglass, but I'm out of mine. And you know that Sephora, that second sale they had, that 20% off one time only? I was looking on the website and looking for something new and spent a lot of time, And then I somehow missed my opportunity to buy. I couldn't find anything, so I just kept on looking and looking and looking. I wanted to get something besides that, and I ended up not getting that at all. So be sure to check my community page. If I find another good sale somewhere, I will let you know. In fact, I found one yesterday when I was doing links at Saks. I'll leave my link below, but Saks doesn't carry this product. So I left a little bit of this skin open, and you could do a little bit more if you want to, and it just makes the eyes, it's a little trick, you know, a little trick of shading light to make the eyes look a little bit larger. If you have smaller eyes, you might want to try that sometime. It's getting closer. He's just turning up that power, man. I decided not to go too icy with what I was wearing because it would be a little bit too much. But this gold is not like an 18 karat gold or 24 karat gold. It's not too yellow. There's almost like a champagne gold. And earrings, definitely gold, but again, not that bright gold. My choices are working with the light or working with the sound. And it's going to be a while, and we're almost done. So, this is Pink Opal. This is from the Chantecaille collection that just came out. I'm sure it's a limited edition. Super pretty. But unlike other products I've seen like this, the glitter isn't just on the outside. It's on the inside too. I don't want to do it full opacity because it does look a little peach. I'm not being too ginger. You can't really feel the glitters in the lipstick when it's on your lip. But again, it's just these layers of silver, gold, just enough. And the thing is, in real life, save for the eyes, it actually is kind of a subtle look. And even the eyes, even though there's a lot going on there, it's not too in your face. And this is my kind of interpretation of Ice Queen. I think I could do a little more blush, but I don't think I really want to. I have a pretty sheen here that works with the eyes and works with the lips, but it's really about the eye. So it's just everything else is kind of balanced or goes into the background, but doesn't go into the background as if it doesn't matter. Hopefully I've got just the right balance of a little shine everywhere, but not too in your face. And you guys, this is the look that I did the other day, and have this little hoodie to help us out. Am I straight? No? Yeah. Yeah. Shoulders back. My God, it's so cold. Or you could just hang it on your bun in the back. Or not use it at all, but I don't know, there's something kind of compelling about it. And that's it. Thanks so much for spending some time with me. I hope I might have inspired you. I'd say that the colors are really important if you want to do this for your skin tone. I'm just going to swatch on my hand the colors that I will. I'm not going to be able to get all the colors I used, but this is what we did. That's the story. And it just seems to work. Thanks so much for spending some time with me. I hope it was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you might have gotten inspired. And I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart. And I'm wishing you good health.
Lucy! Let's go! Let's go! What? Let's go! Let's go!